Alright guys, I've got a challenge for you today. It's called Presley's Challenge. It says Presley needs your help. Her game is a platforming game where you have to reach the end of the trial, but the game needs some checkpoints. So if the user fails, they can start over at the checkpoint instead of at just the very end. The player must only be able to start at the checkpoint if they have reached the checkpoint. Happy coding. Alright, so what you do here is it's got a level with water that goes up and down and some platforms, and your job is to jump from one platform to the next, trying to make it into the end. If you fail, if you fall into the water, your character will explode and you'll have to start back over at this rock here. So what we want to do is we want to make it where there's some checkpoints along the way, and what it does is makes it where you can get from one checkpoint to the next instead of having to restart over and over. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add a let's look at this. You can see that this rock right here is creatable. It came from this rock, and we can look at the code of this. It says when you don't see a cycle, create one and then add a red point. That's how it adds the fail counter. And then you have your cycle here. The cycle, he has some movements. If you hold shift, he runs and jumps, and if he hits the water, he dies. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to add a object. Let's add a coin, and let's make this coin pretty big, and let's make it do some stuff. Let's make it where when, you know what, I always like adding this in. We say always turn to the right. Let's see what that does. Let's see if that works first off. I'm pretty sure it does, but I just want to see if that coin will turn. Yeah, there we go. See, that coin just sits there and turns. Okay, yeah, enough flashy stuff here. So let's do when bumped by a cycle, we want to do some stuff. We want to what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it destroy this rock, and then I'm going to make it create a new one. So we're going to say if you see a rock. Let's do, where's this at here? Object. I think this might actually be an iceberg. Let's check. Iceberg. It's an iceberg. So program, if you see the iceberg, combat, boom, it. So destroy the iceberg, and then let's do actions. We want to do create. We want to create a new iceberg. We'll blow it up once, and we'll create one, and then after we do that, we're going to vanish me. Okay, so let's see what this does. Play. So we have our rock. If we bump into this thing, creates a new rock. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to change one more setting here. I'm going to change this. I'm going to make this rock immobile. Let's try it again. Play. So it makes a new rock. Okay. Now, if when we spawn, does it move the, does it still respawn us? Yes, it does. Okay, so that's pretty neat. So let's give it a try again. And I'm gonna make this rock a little smaller. Change size. I'm gonna make this rock just a little bit smaller, and I'm gonna change the height of it. I'm gonna change it down. Okay. Now let's take this coin and let's put the coin right here. So now if we run and if we die, we'll spawn back here on this rock. But if we run and we jump and we get this coin here, the rock, it moved from there to here. Let's see what happens. Oh, then we spawn at the new spot. That's pretty neat. So we could make a bunch of different checkpoints. We could take this coin and we could copy it and we could put it here, and then we could put one here if we wanted, and we could put one here, and then we could put one here, and here, and here, and here. So let's play this game again. So now if we run and we jump, oh well, if I don't fall into the water here, if we run and we jump to this one, we get this coin. Now our checkpoint moved from there to here, and if we jump, oh, if we fail, we get to start right back over where we were. There we go. And if we jump to this one, then if we jump to this one, now we saved that spot, and you can just see that we can just keep going, and then we don't have to get so frustrated because we can't beat the game. We added a bunch of checkpoints into our game. So this is a pretty cool little thing, and a lot of you guys will probably end up wanting to use this in your game. So I hope this was helpful for you guys, and happy coding.